Janaya Jones and I'm in the 4th grade.
Morning.
If Martin Luther King Jr. were here today, he would say, I had a dream that all people were able to go to school together, and we did it together as a community. But let's make my dream even better. Pull out the inner you, stand up for yourself, and stand up for your rights. Just like Jackie Robinson, he was tired of getting told he can't play baseball. Just like Rosa Parks was tired of getting told where to sit on the bus. And Harriet Tubman, she was tired of working for people who didn't even care about her. So they stood up for themselves and did something. Just like the saying, if you see something, say something. Martin Luther King Jr. would also say, all men are created equal, but that is false in the eyes of the law. We have examples of this with what happened last year to George Floyd. He was choked to death just because of the color of his skin. And Breonna Taylor, her house was illegally entered, which resulted in her death. This is why I believe Martin Luther King Jr. would say, we still have a lot of things to work on, but we have made a big accomplishment. Thank you.
My name is J.T. Taffler and I'm in 2nd grade. I think Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech was powerful. It was important in the civil rights movement because it inspired people to make things fair no matter your color. Martin Luther King Jr. brought attention to the bad way African Americans were being treated. I'm glad I don't go to a school with segregation because if I did, I wouldn't have most of my friends. My picture represents how Black people were not able to go to the same work in the past, but now, because of Martin Luther King Jr., they are.
Change is Martin Luther King has died. For example, if you look around, you can see that people have listened to Martin Luther King. People can now live together, eat together, and play together. White and Black people are only judged by the content of their character. There was a lot of people that fought for things. Some fought against slavery, some fought for our country, and some fought for our school. But what I have fought against is violence. Martin Luther King made his dream come true using love, not violence. If one person can do that, why can't we? I believe that there is a better way to solve things. Imagine if he was here. He would say, I'm disappointed in all this violence, but glad for all this change. My dream is not yet to come true. We still have a lot to do. It's not always people's fault. Sometimes it is hard to be good. If one man can do good, I believe we can all too. Sure, some racism is gone, but violence is still here. I believe people can do better. I don't know why people think violence can solve things. Martin Luther King might have died, but he changed the world using love. Anyone can change the world. It doesn't matter if you're white, Black, or Hispanic. Anyone can solve the world.
My name is Debbie Hill and I'm in 2nd grade. And I'm going to be telling you a story about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. If Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. walked into my school, he will be happy because no matter what color you are, we are all the same. We do not have to go to the back of the bus. We do not have to sit at the back of the bus. And you could drag out at any water fountain that you want. We can all enter the front door as we want to. If Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, I have a dream, that Black and white people can go to school together. If you were born in 1960, there was a fight. A lot of people died, including Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And if Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was alive today, I think he'll think that his dream came true.
My name is Rochelle Peters and I am in 4th grade. If Martin Luther King were here today, I think he would say, I've seen over the mountain and I saw a sign that said I need to get Blacks, whites, Hispanics, and Asians, all people to be able someone is making fun of the color of your skin, don't believe them because you are perfect the way you are. If Martin Luther King looked at me, I would say, I thank all the people who helped stop this nonsense. Also the people who risked their life for us to have the rights we wanted and needed. I am so glad and appreciative for the people who did. So thank you all so much.
My name is Toby Tate, and I am in 5th grade. If Martin Luther King were here today, this is what I think he would say. Think about all of the good changes that have happened in the world, like blacks, Asian, Hispanics, all going to the same schools. But yet, we still have people killing their own family members and fighting and etc. We the people need to step up and become one in this world, because no matter what race, religion, or gender, we are all equal. Just look at the way I left the civil rights movement. I led with peace, because violence is not the answer. Look out on the news and on the world at all the violent protests and them destroying buildings. The only thing that has happened to them was being thrown in jail cells, and no one should want this to happen to them. So remember my word, violence is not the answer. Thank you.
My name is Alusa and I'm in 5th grade. I have a dream that everyone should not be judged by the color of their skin, but by their character and their heart. Because once a wise man named Martin Luther King Jr. told us that everyone should get along, that is black, white, Hispanic, and others, should be friends, not enemies. Because I myself, I am grateful that I can have a principal that is black and have black, white, Hispanic, and Hispanic friends that I get along with. So that is what I would like to spread to the world, that no one should be still judged by the color of their skin. Although some things have changed in this world, that is still not enough. There are still some things that need to be changed, because every life matters. So please, I beg you to not judge anyone but their color of their skin, but by their character and heart. If Dr. King was still here, he will fight to this day and help us step ahead. I really wish someone like Martin Luther King Jr. would stand up and speak like him with kindness in his heart. So that would be my dream, for it to be achieved in this world.
Hello, my name is Rusty Craig from 3rd grade. Martin Luther King said, I have a dream that black boys and black girls hold hands with white boys and white girls. No matter what color you are, you can be anything. If Martin Luther King was here today, he would say that schools and work have all races of people. Freedom will be lost if we don't work together. We still have a racism problem, so stop being racism or our nation will be lost. One nation, one power. Swipe out of Facebook and put your face in a book. If we love our nation, we will save the nation. We will save the world. We will save freedom. We will save hope to keep the world going. He died and gave us life. He gave us power. He gave us hope. He gave us heart. He gave us everything. We have to join together to keep the world going. Thank you, Martin Luther King Jr.
I am Davin Jeffrey, I'm in 5th grade. With the civil rights movement, we have achieved the peace and prosperity I know our ancestors tried to fight for. But we as a nation have failed them, and Martin Luther King Jr. We are treating people by the color of their skin, and the language that they speak, in a supposed land of the free. Martin Luther King Jr. had achieved so much in his young, short life, but we haven't achieved anything else in over 60 years. Every other movement has achieved what they set out to do, but people were hurt. We ended slavery, but we had to start a war to end it. We ended segregation, but people were hurt in the process. We could make a change, but with peace, where no one will be hurt, no matter how difficult it is. If we could achieve this, we could truly make a change in the world.